Curious George is an animated adaptation of the same-name children's book series that aired on PBS Kids from 2006 to 2015, and from 2018 to the present year. The series consists of two characters, a monkey named George and his human mentor known as the Man in the Yellow Hat, as they go on many adventures around the city. According to rumors, a test pilot for the series was shot in 2004 or 2005. The pilot was created at the same time as the film, and was then allegedly shown to preschoolers at the same time. Despite this, as of 2022, no footage or other information from the pilot has resurfaced. Though an older version of the show's logo, along with an image of an earlier version of the episode Zeros to Donuts, was posted on the Curious George website, leading to speculation that it might have been an earlier version of that episode. Ice Age is an animated film that most of us have probably seen, and is produced by Blue Sky Studios and was released by 20th Century Fox in 2002. The project was allegedly offered to animators Don Bluth and Gary Goldman as well as Fox Animation Studios before being given to Blue Sky, but they declined. It was originally intended to be a less comedic film than the final cut, prompting the decision to make it more drama-oriented, similar to The Land Before Time. The film would also be hand-drawn rather than CGI animated. Around the time Titan AE was wrapping up production, the project was apparently given to both Don Bluth and Gary Goldman. Due to the failure of Titan AE at the box office and the closure of Fox Animation Studios, both Don Bluth and Gary Goldman turned down the project, which was eventually picked up by Blue Sky Studios. It has been speculated that Don Bluth's rejection of the project was due to his dislike of CGI animation, but this is most likely not the case. There is no direct evidence that Don Bluth was involved in the production of Ice Age. Only trivia pages in IMDb, TV tropes, and Wikia, as well as a Wikipedia article about Don Bluth's unfinished projects, give hints to its existence. Because all of these websites can be easily edited, it's unclear whether Don Bluth actually worked on the film. The Giant, also known as The Big Show, is a former professional wrestler who primarily competed in the World Championship Wrestling and the WWE divisions. He was dubbed the world's largest athlete by the WWE because of his enormous size, and he won 7 world championships during his career. He was able to perform athletic wrestling moves like the missile drop kicks from the top rope during his early years in professional wrestling. There was also speculation that footage of the Giant doing a moonsault exists. Despite the fact that none of Big Show's televised matches featured him performing a moonsault, there are rumors that footage of him doing so was captured. According to one claim, a video was taken of him performing the high-flying move while training at the power plant, with Bleacher Report's Chris Mueller recalling seeing the clip in question in a March 2010 article. Others have made similar claims, but no definitive conclusion has ever been reached on whether any footage of the move was captured. If footage from the power plant was captured, it was most likely housed in the WWE vaults, as the company purchased WCW's assets and tape library in 2001. Another possibility is that footage was captured by a fan during one of the Giant's home matches, such as during the Japan tour. However, given how long it's been since the Giant did a moonsault, the chances of footage resurfacing are extremely slim. Zwerg Nase is a lost film based on Wilhelm Hauff's book of the same name. It was presumably made in the 1970s to 1980s and shown once on a Soviet children's television show. Although there are no frames or posters of the film online, many people remember the film. According to a user named Vilmarok, the film was apparently very creepy and disturbing to kids. This is how he explained what he remembered of the movie. The film was shot in the Gothic style, in the genre of realism, from the point of view of camera work, makeup, clothes, made very worthy. There were a few scenery only the necessary minimum, but considering that the camera was filming in a narrow, confined space, these decorations were quite enough. It was filmed by cameras on a magnetic tape. The film is in television, the image is clear and the colors are dim, in gray and brown tones. The lighting is diffused because in the film it's autumn. Throughout the movie the weather was dull, the atmosphere is gothic, unusually heartfelt, with sinking in the inner world of the main character. Presence of fog or haze, hopelessness and strain, some of the feeling that everything happens in a dream, and the desire to move quickly is impossible. Main hero moved awkwardly like slow-mo as if pressed to the ground. One of the bright, memorable scenes, human heads in the witch's basket were real and bloody with open mouths. The camera showed heads at close range. Various adaptations of the short story have been made, including films from 1978 and 1953 as well as a play from 1970, but none of them have been confirmed to the described short. Various attempts have been made to contact people who may have been involved with the film, but no results have been obtained. Most leads turn out to be dead ends or fakes, but some remain open for discussion, such as the film being a Soviet teleplay by Leningrad Television or a Bulgarian film that has gone missing, or the film being part of a British anthology series or the movie possibly being mentioned in Soviet television guides. However, no evidence of the film's existence has been found. Frankie Pickle is a series of children's book created by Eric White. The series followed the main character as he went on about his daily activities, but as seen through his imagination by the audience. The first 3 books had lessons in them that the children could relate to. However, a 4th and possibly 5th book were written, but they are both lost. The first book in the series was published in 2009, with the second following in 2010, and the third following in 2011. A 4th book was planned, as evidenced by official artwork by the cover and the title Frankie Pickle and the Land of Lost Recess. The publication date for this book was listed as December 2030, which is a common placeholder date until an official release date is announced. This book is not known to have been published in hardback. However, according to Goodreads, a Kindle version was released on March 6, 2012. Despite this, there was no Kindle or hardback version of this book available for purchase on Amazon. A 5th book was then announced with the title Frankie Pickle and the Invasion of the Polka Dots. It was allegedly published on April 2, 2013, but it is unclear if it was ever intended to be a Kindle book or a physical copy, unlike the 4th book, which has an official book cover and description. It was also then allegedly released as an ebook on July 23, 2013, but this could have been a planned date that never materialized. Both books actually have ISBN numbers, but it's unclear whether or not they were ever published due to the possibility that they were simply registered ahead of time. No physical copies of either book have surfaced as of 2022, and no ebook copies are currently available for purchase. Cannon Hunt is an Atari 8-bit game developed by Micromagic Software and released in 1982. The game was set to be released on both disc and tape, and it was only available in the United States. However, when searching for the game, no copies appear to exist, with the Atari Mania page giving it a rarity rating of 10 for both versions, and the only other information on the game being that it was apparently written in BASIC. It's unclear whether the game was ever released or was ever in development. It's entirely possible that it was a clone of Artillery Duel but with cannons instead of tanks firing cannonballs. While it may appear unrelated at first glance, it is possible that Cannon, a Sega Genesis game developed by DevWorks Games Technology, is a remake of this game, though this is yet to be confirmed. Little Mix is a British girl group that was formed in 2011 on the 8th series of the X Factor in the United Kingdom. They were the first group to win the competition, and after winning, they signed with Psycho Music, which is managed by Simon Cowell. In 2012, Little Mix released their debut album DNA, which charted in the top 10 in 10 countries, including the United Kingdom and the United States. Since their debut in 2011, the band has released 5 albums, including a number of previously unreleased tracks, some of which have made their way onto the internet, but there's one song about which no one knows whether or not it exists, which is a possible demo for a song called Dancing with Nobody. The Swedish duo revealed in an interview with ToneGlow.net in August 2017 that the song was originally written for the British girl group Little Mix, but they later decided that it would work better in the K-pop market. The song was reworked and renamed Red Flavor, and it was sold to SM Entertainment, which was Red Velvet's management company. Since the news broke, many people have wondered if there's a demo of Dancing with Nobody somewhere, especially since there isn't much information about it online. The Swedish duo provided no additional information about the song's original version, and neither the British band nor the record label publicly acknowledged the existence of the demo. Tiffany Blake is a rumored lost animated series that was developed for 1987 by animation studio DIC. There isn't much information available online about the series except that online searches for the title turn up information about a pornographic actress with the same name. The series was first described in a December 1986 LA Times news article, which was later re-released in the Milwaukee Journal on February 1st, 1987 under the title Rich Role Models. The main character was described as a female James Bond who uses her day job as a cover for her undercover work, and was set to be released as part of DIC's Fall 87 package, which also included Beverly Hills Teens and Starcom, the United States Space Force. The show's creators also wanted to provide wholesome role models for children. Tiffany Blake's spy model character was described as No Bimbo by Rich Colbert, who was president of Access Syndicate. It is quite likely that Tiffany Blake may have never made it to final production and/or was never released. Also, no screenshots or footage from the series as of now has been released online.